Hello and welcome to standing stretch sesh number 2. We got 3 moves and we're going to go ahead and go through them. So first up we have a wide stance forward fold. So we're going to go ahead and take those feet wider than hips, and from here we're going to go ahead and bend at those hips into a forward fold. We let the head go heavy, arms go heavy. Again, our feet are wider than our hips. Maybe you're touching the ground, maybe you're not. Maybe you're so far it feels a little bit better to grab your elbows as you hang out here. Breathe in, getting into the back of the legs. 10 more seconds and we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. In 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and roll up nice and slow. We're doing each of these stretches for 30-ish seconds. Next up, we have our tricep stretch. So I want you to go ahead and take one hand and reach it up nice and high above your head. From here, we're going to bend at that elbow. Then I want you to go ahead and grab that elbow with the other hand. So we're standing. You could also do this seated. I'm leaning against the wall here to make myself a little shorter, to fit in the frame. This is going to get this back of the arm and stretch that muscle here for us. If it feels a little bit better, if you're grabbing the elbows a little bit harder, you could grab your hand that's a little closer to your ear. You have options. You're going to hear me say that a lot throughout all these videos because it's true. All right, go ahead and release. And now we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So we're going to take that other arm. It's going to go nice and high. We're going to bend at the elbow. And then go ahead and grab that elbow, or again, you could grab that hand and hold. Breathe in, hanging out here. Great job. Hopefully feels good. Make sure we're not pulling that neck too far forward. Again, you can always grab that hand if that feels a little bit better. We're going to be here on this side for 5, 3, 2, 1, release. Next up, we're going to do a groin stretch. So I want you to go ahead and take your feet super wide. Might even be a little bit wider than when you did your wide forward fold. From here with those feet planted, I want you to go ahead and send your hips all the way towards one side, bringing your hands towards the ground, getting into that inner groin. It's okay if your back heel comes off the ground, and if you want to get a little bit more, you can take that straight leg and point those toes up to get more of a groin stretch here. So we're hanging up here, we're holding, getting those hands around the ground, on those toes, holding, we're breathing. There we go. And again, toes could be up. If it feels a little bit better, you could also keep those toes down. We're going to be here on this side for 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come back up. So we plant that foot, we push into it, and come back up to standing. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So go ahead. We're going to send our hip and weight towards that other foot. Hands come down. That knee bends as much as possible. That toe comes up, getting into that groin. Keep the hands on the ground. You could have your hands on a wall if that feels a little bit better. You could also be hanging on to something in front of you. There we go. We're holding. We're breathing. Again, with static stretches, I usually recommend holding for 20 to 40 seconds. We're going to be here on this side for 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and plant that foot. And we're going to push up till we come back up to standing. And we're going to end with our wide stance forward fold one more time. So feet are nice and wide. Let's go ahead, bend at those hips. Head go heavy, arms go heavy. We hold, we breathe. Again, your hands might be on the ground. Maybe you want to grab those elbows. We're breathing. We're going to be here on this side, or not this side, in this forward fold for about 5 more seconds. And then we're gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time. In 2, 1, begin. Nice and slow. Till we make our way all the way up to standing. Great job. That was standing stretch sesh number 2.